I used to ask the question all the time, why me? Why am I not better at this? Why can't I do what they can do? Why am I still struggling? But over the last few years, I've started asking a different question entirely. Why not me? And weirdly enough, that question changed everything. I used to get frustrated over the smallest things. Bowling, basketball, video games, anything where I wasn't immediately good. I'd throw a gutter ball and get annoyed. I'd shoot an air ball and wonder why I sucked. And the weird thing is, I'd act surprised. I'd be upset that I wasn't bowling strikes, even though I only bowled a few times a year. I'd be frustrated that my jump shot wasn't consistent despite rarely practicing. I'd look at people who were clearly more skilled than me and somehow feel disappointed that I wasn't at their level. It never occurred to me that they probably spent hundreds or even thousands of hours doing something I had only done a handful of times. I wanted the results, I wanted the skill, I wanted the confidence. But looking back, I didn't really want the process. Because the truth was simple, I wasn't practicing, I wasn't putting in the work, I wasn't doing the boring stuff that people who are actually good at something do. Yet somehow, I still felt entitled to the outcome. And that's the trap. We compare our results to someone else's results, but we don't compare our effort to their effort. We see the person who speaks another language fluently, the person who can play an instrument perfectly, the person who is athletic, or the person who seems naturally talented. And we think, why can't I do that? But a better question might be, have I done what they did? Talent is often just the part of the story we notice. The years of repetition, the mistakes, the practice, the embarrassment, that part stays hidden. The person who taught me this wasn't a motivational speaker. It was my dad. My dad started learning what was supposed to be his native mother tongue language in his late 40s. Think about that for a second. Late 40s. Meanwhile, I had been exposed to that language since elementary school. Not perfectly as a second language, but still, I had a couple of decades of a head start. And somehow today, he's better than me. Not necessarily because he's smarter or he's gifted or because he got lucky, but he just worked harder at it, consistently, patiently, and without excuses. I couldn't say I wasn't naturally gifted at languages because I was watching someone improve through sheer consistency. For a long time, I think I was looking for a reason why certain things weren't my fault. Maybe I started too late. Maybe other people had more talent. Maybe they had better opportunities. But watching my dad slowly become more proficient year after year stripped away a lot of those excuses. Not all of them, but enough. Enough to realize that sometimes the gap between where we are and where we want to be isn't some hidden disadvantage. Sometimes it's just the accumulation of small efforts over a long period of time. The reality was simple. He put in the work, I didn't. Watching him made it really difficult to keep lying to myself because suddenly I couldn't say I was behind because I started too late. He started later. I couldn't say I didn't have enough time. He had responsibilities too. The reality was simple. He put in the work and I didn't. That's when I started replacing why me with why not me? Why not me become healthier? Why not me learn a new skill? Why not me become more confident or stronger or build something meaningful? Not because I'm special, but because none of those things belong exclusively to other people. Most of the time, the difference isn't talent. It's repetitions. It's consistency. It's showing up when nobody's watching. So whenever I catch myself feeling jealous of someone else's success, I ask myself this one question. Have I earned the right to expect the same result? And if the answer is no, that's actually great news because it means the outcome isn't out of my control. It means there's work I can still do. So the next time you're tempted to ask, why me? Try asking, Why not me? You might find that the answer is waiting on the other side of effort. Thanks for watching Rardo, and I'll see you in the next video.